It was a powerful hurricane strike that made landfall in Florida just after daybreak this morning and continues to do damage in the Carolinas tonight. The full extent of Idalia's destruction is not yet known, but what is clear.
I've never seen this before. I mean, we've had a hurricane here, but it's never flooded to this extent.
Storm surge, leaving debris and damage in its wake.
Okay guys, we are back on site and luckily we dodged the bullet. The hurricane went north of us over towards the Panhandle area, Jacksonville and the Carolinas. So our prayers truly go out for those families and everyone affected by Hurricane Idalia. But we have a really strong deadline to meet here, so we are back to work and back in action. But now it's showtime. We are so behind these past few days that we haven't really been able to get much done, and we are ready to get back to work. See you guys. We are here meeting with the concrete team and the grading team to make sure that we have a proper workflow. We're gonna have the paver crew come and install all their pavers first so we can get proper elevation, and the concrete team is gonna come in right behind them so that way we can follow the same grading techniques and same lines. All right, so we are here and the pavers just got delivered right now. We have a sign over there, pretty big sign, yard sign that says pavers. I guess the truck driver, for whatever reason, wasn't paying attention. He came over here on this side of the property. We just finished doing the final grade on it a few days ago, ruining our grade. He's actually stuck right now because of how heavy this truck is. And so he's offloading some of the pavers off the flatbed right now to see if it can take off some of the weight and he can get unstuck. So let's see what happens. So we are having 4 truckloads of pavers delivered, all these bricks. It's 15,000 square foot of this beautiful brick paver to tie in this whole entire property together. The center here is pretty much the circle roundabout that connects the pergola. It connects both properties together, connects the front to the back, and pretty much all the way around. Pavers are such an intricate part of any job installation that we do because it's gonna help create a pathway and it's gonna give direction. Okay, as you can see the plan for the paver area, it's exactly how it is in the plan, even with all the curve going all the way up and kind of coming around this way. It's pretty cool. So basically, Mike and I just picked up all the garbage here. We've had a lot of different trades working out here. I think mainly it was my guys because it's closest to what we're doing here on the putting green. But if I see something, I just do it, you know? It's very important to have a clean job site. A clean job site is a safe job site. And then we also want to make sure we respect the homeowners that live here and not have a mess. So I'm gonna have a talk with the guys because they know how picky I am when it comes to being clean. And that's it. Now that the elevation has been set by the pavers and we have our final grade, we are starting to put these beautiful Sylvester palms. We got a diamond cut on them. They're super exotic, and we're installing 8 of them around the center space. It's gonna help connect this property, but wait until you see the outdoor lighting that we put on these palms. It just really transformed this outdoor space.
Wow, this is where I'm doing the turf.
The amazing part of this VR technology that we're using is, you'll see here Tulio. He is my partner and he is in charge of all the installations here. He is explaining to the crew exactly what it is that we're gonna build. So not only is the client gonna see what we're gonna build for them, but the installation crew is also gonna see it, so they know exactly what this job needs to look like when it's done. Any questions that they have in regards to the design or the installation, they just put on the Oculus and then be able to see exactly what they need to do.
So on this first area here, we are building 9 holes. This is the area that took us a lot of time to get all prepped, and thanks God everything is ready. And then we're starting to roll the turf. Also, we got the second area that we're gonna build the playground. We already excavate the in-ground trampoline that we're gonna be doing as well. We already built the hill, which is gonna have a slide on it. And on the third area, we are building right now, we are retaining wall for the bocce ball court.
We are doing an experiment here where we're gonna try out different shock pads underneath the turf to see if they will hold a shot from 50 yards, 65 yards, and even 100 yards. Yes, I said it right, 100 yards. This is a custom par 3 course that we're building here where they can hit from side to side. So I brought in Robbie, which is one of my best friends, and he is also a PGA professional that works with us as we design these putting greens to hit some balls onto the green and to see how the ball will react as it hits the ground with these different shock pads. Alright, so we have Robbie out here and we are testing out the different shock pads. He's hitting from about 65 yards right now, and he can get some really good ball spin. So we're just testing out which is the best shock pad for this application here.
Hey, my name is Robbie. I'm a PGA professional. Been a PGA professional now for about 10 years. We're out here looking at the greens that we've been designing. We have a target green over here with a punch bowl that we're working on with a nice putting green over here. So we just came out, look at the undulations as the guys are starting to create these greens and see how they come out. Right now, the punch bowl green is turning out absolutely fantastic, and I think that they're absolutely gonna love this.
We did another 15,000 square feet of concrete here for this project. We actually ended up adding a few more thousand square feet after all was said and done, but we had to split up this project into a few different phases and it had to be poured on different days. Number one, it was so much concrete and there's somewhat of a concrete shortage here in Central Florida that the concrete trucks limit you to only get a certain amount of yards per day. The second thing is, since we're doing this job in phases, we needed to do some grading work in between and we needed to do some additional landscaping. So if we did all the concrete right away, then we wouldn't be able to have access to the middle of the area, which is what the main attraction is. So this was a really cool project, being able to coordinate all the logistics for this and scheduling all the different days. On certain days that we had the concrete to be delivered, it was raining, pouring. So that really set us back because now we had to wait back on the schedule and get more concrete. So it was definitely a very interesting challenge to say the least, and this Central Florida rain was definitely a killer. All right, so we're coming up really hard on our deadline. We have about 2 weeks to get everything done here. We got the concrete being poured this week. We already have all the pickleball court and the basketball court got poured 2 days ago. All the putting green for the mini golf course is being laid out right now as we speak. We did all the drainage plans, all the grading, and all of the elevations for where the artificial turf is gonna be, and for the runway on the greens are done. We are coming really, really hard and fast on this deadline, so we're super excited, but we're working through this rain, through this heat, and everything that the guys are enduring right now. It's insane working here in Central Florida, but we're pushing through it and we can't wait to finish.